And now we come to Act 2, Scene 5. This is the last act of Act 2, last scene of Act 2. In this scene, Ferdinand's tremendous, agony and wrath and anger and violence. Okay, Ferdinand's powerfully angered emotions are brought forth. His tremendously disturbed emotions are brought forth in this scene for the fact that the Duchess has given birth to a baby. Alright, let us see. Enter Cardinal and Ferdinand. The two brothers enter with a letter. Ferdinand says, "I have this night digged up a mandrake." Now, what is a mandrake? Mandrake is a poisonous plant formerly used medicinally for its narcotic purposes. Now, when forked, its root can look like a caricature of the human form. It was said to have the power to madden by its shriek when anyone pulled it up. Alright, so here he's saying, "I have this night digged up a mandrake. Say you," says the Cardinal, "and I am grown mad with it." So here Ferdinand is expressing his madness, at the fact that the Duchess has delivered this baby, and he is associating this madness with the pulling up of the poisonous plant mandrake. Okay, what's the prodigy? Read there, "A sister damned, she is loose in the hills, grown a notorious trumpet." Alright, so here Ferdinand is blaming his sister who has become damned, whom the devil has caught her, and she's loose, she has lost her character. She's loose in the hills. Hills actually refer to the handle of the sword or the dagger, but here it is meaning loose in the hills means unchaste. She is not pure. And she has grown a notorious trumpet. She has become a whore or a prostitute. Cardinal, speak lower. Ferdinand, lower. Rogues do not whisper it now, but seek to publish it, as servants do the bounty of their lords, aloud, and with a covetous searching eye to mark who note them. So he is saying that why should he speak low? These are the things which are being gossiped about all around, around the town. All right, and people are crying loudly about it, and nobody, when a lord is bounteous, then also servants speak loudly about it, and when a duchess has been unchaste, impure, then also the people will definitely speak loudly about it. Okay, so, "O confusion seize her, she hath had most cunning bawds to serve her turn, and more secure conveyances for lust than towns of garrison for service." So let confusion seize her, because some very cunning person is aiding and abetting her. This is what Ferdinand cannot understand, that who is this cunning person? Who is the husband of the Duchess, the so-called second husband of the Duchess, and is securing her, lust for her. Okay, so somebody who he cannot spot. Cardinal, is it possible? Can this be certain? And Ferdinand says, "Rhubarb, oh for rhubarb, to purge this choler, here's the cursed day to prompt my memory, and here it shall stick, till of her bleeding heart I make a sponge to wipe it out." Here Ferdinand is asking for rhubarb. Rhubarb was a common prescription for dealing with cholera. Again, what is cholera? Cholera is one of those humors in the body, excess of which causes excessive anger. Okay, of the four humors of the body, cholera is one of them, and rhubarb is a prescription for dealing with a choleric temperament. So here it is being clear that Ferdinand is extremely wrathful. He is choleric. He is very angry. All right, and to prompt my memory, and here shall stick till of a bleeding heart I make a sponge to wipe it out. So here violent terms are coming into the play with Ferdinand. Violence and murder and these kinds of wrathful anger terrifically violent terms are associated with Ferdinand because of his tremendous wrath at what the Duchess has done. Why do you make yourself so wild a tempest? Means Cardinal says, why are you so stormy in your temper? Ferdinand says, would I could be one that I might toss her palace about her ears, root up her goodly forests, blast her meads, and lay her general territory as waste, as she had done her honours. Okay, so Ferdinand here says that he wishes he could have destroyed the entire territory of the Duchess, just as she has destroyed her honor. And here it is referred to her honor, not our honor, although they are brothers and sisters, but he has rejected her as a sister and refers to her tainted honor as her honor. Cardinal, shall our blood, the royal blood of Aragon and Castile, be thus attainted? So it's referring to the high birth of Ferdinand, Cardinal and the Duchess, the lineage of Aragon and Castile. And when he's saying thus attainted, he is meaning that the lineage has been attainted, means held in law as stained or corrupted. Okay, so here Ferdinand, however, takes attainted literally, meaning infected with contagion. And as I said, that he speaks of her blood, not our blood. And so apply and another thing that Ferdinand does here is, remember the horoscope which Bosola had found, of the child, and Bosola has handed over the horoscope to Ferdinand. Ferdinand is showing the horoscope to Cardinal. It is this horoscope which is the cause for Ferdinand's extreme anger. Alright, so here the Cardinal is afraid that the line of Aragon and Castile will be thus tainted, will be thus legally tainted and stained, right? And Ferdinand also means that it will be infected. Ferdinand, apply desperate physic. We must not now use balsamum, but fire the smarting cupping glass, for that's the mean to purge infected blood. So here the balsamum is an ointment, ointment that gives comfort. But now it is no time for balsamum. The blood has to be sucked out by the cupping glass. Cupping glass is something that sucks out infected blood. For that's the mean to purge infected blood, such blood as hers. There is a kind of pity in mine eye. I'll give it to my handkerchief And now it is here, I will bequeath this to her bastard. So the child is referred to as a bastard because there's been no marriage or no knowledge of who the father is, and he gives tears to dips his handkerchief in tears to be given to the bastard. But why? Cardinal asks, why? What to do? And Ferdinand says, why? To make soft lint for his mother's wounds when I have hewed her to pieces. So this is the extent, the level of Ferdinand's violence, that I will cut my sister up into pieces because she has had this secret affair and has delivered a baby, and so the handkerchief I am giving to bind up her wounds when I have cut her into pieces. Cardinal, cursed creature, unequal nature, to place women's hearts so far upon the left side. So heart upon the left side is a sign of deceit. It is a meaning that men and women have their heart in the left side while animals have it in the middle. According to Aristotle, animals have their hearts in the middle, but men and women have it in their left side, which indicates deceit. Okay? Ferdinand, foolish men that ever will trust their honor in a bark made of so slight, weak bulrush as is woman, apt every minute to sink it. Here, in Ferdinand's words, a woman is compared to a very thin and sickly bark of a tree which has no capacity to maintain trust. Okay? It is very fickle. So Cardinal, thus ignorance, when it hath purchased honor, it cannot wield it. And that is why women cannot keep their honor. When women have obtained or acquired honor, they cannot maintain their honor. Okay? So because they are like weak bulrush, very thin bark of a tree, and every moment it is feared that they will sink their trust, okay, or sink their honor. Ferdinand, methinks I see her laughing. Excellent Heine, talk to me somewhat quickly, or my imagination will carry me to see her in the shameful act of sin. So here Ferdinand's imagination is running wild. He is thinking that his sister is on her incestuous bed having lustful pleasures. Alright, and this also indicates that Ferdinand cannot stand this, because there could be some sort of incestuous relationship between her and her twin sister, as brother and sister. So he cannot, even imagine this act of sinful lust on the bed. Cardinal, with whom? Cardinal wants to know that who is the culprit, who is the so-called husband. And Ferdinand says, happily with some strong-thighed bargeman, or one of the woodyard that can quoit the sledge, or toss the bar, or else some lovely squire that carries coals up to her privy lodgings. So it is said that either it may be some strong-thighed bargeman or a woodyard who will throw the hammer. Quoit the sledge means who throws the hammer, okay, and or toss the bar, or some lovely squire that carries coals up to her privy lodgings. Now here it has a double meaning. Carrying coal means to provide for the fireplace, somebody who will provide for the fireplace, but it also means that somebody who does the dirty work. okay, or who submits to indignity. All right. So somebody who carries coal up to her privy lodgings. Cardinal, you fly beyond your reason. Ferdinand, go to mistress. It is not your whore's milk that shall quench my wild fire, but your whore's blood. So Cardinal has a little bit of support, for assistance, a little bit flexible. But Ferdinand is totally enraged at the situation, and Ferdinand on no account will accept this situation. He will only be revenged by the sister whom he calls the whore, by the whore's blood. And this is where the play turns into a revenge tragedy. In Ferdinand's insistence on taking revenge upon what the Duchess has done. Here, Ferdinand is so angry, not just because, that he has lost his financial prospects, but also because there are certain incestuous relationships connected with the Duchess, and there are three reasons. One is that the honor of the family has been tainted, and secondly, he has lost his financial prospects, and thirdly, he has incestuous longings for the Duchess and tremendous possessiveness that would not allow him to even think of the Duchess as having any kind of relationship with any other man. Okay, and so how idly shows this rage which carries you as men conveyed by witches through the air on violent whirlwinds. This intemperate noise fitly resembles deaf men's shrill discourse who talk aloud, thinking all other men to have their imperfection. So this is, why are you shouting so much? And it is as if other men can't hear. Here Ferdinand has been identified with a storm imagery, and it also introduces another element which is associated with Ferdinand later, that is the element of witchcraft. So here, men conveyed by witches through the air on violent whirlwinds, and the intemperate noise and the storm imagery. Ferdinand, have not you my palsy? Cardinal, yes, I can be angry without this rapture. Cardinal is a more cunning man. He can be angry, but he doesn't show his anger. He can be cunning in hiding his anger and wise. He is wiser. Okay, there is not in nature a thing that makes man so deformed, so beastly, as doth intemperate anger. So if you show uncontrolled anger, it makes a man fall down in his position. Okay, it just shows the weakness of the man. But the cardinal is cunning and wiser, and he knows how to disguise his anger. Chide yourself, you have divers men who never yet expressed their strong desire of rest, but by unrest, by vexing of themselves. Come, put yourself in tune. So he will only be unrestful, he will only lose his rest, his peace of mind, by showing this kind of uncontrolled anger. Ferdinand, so I will only study to seem the thing I am not. I could kill her now in you or in myself, for I do think it is some sin in us. Heaven doth revenge by her. So here, firstly, there is one similarity with Hamlet's, Shakespeare's Hamlet, that is, Ferdinand is now going to seem what he is not, put on an act of seeming. That is, he is going to deceive, he is going to be acting putting on an act, putting on a guise. He is not going to be showing what he actually is. And in his mind, he will be planning to take revenge. And here the play turns into a proper revenge tragedy. Alright, a revenge play. Are you stark mad, Ferdinand? I would have their bodies burnt in a coal pit with the ventage stopped. Then their cursed smoke might not ascend to heaven, or dip the sheets they lie in pitch or sulphur, wrap them in it, and then light them like a match. So Ferdinand's emotions are extremely violent. He wants to wrap up the two lovers in a coal pitch with the exit stopped, so that the smoke will not escape and they will die in the smoke, and then he will light them up, burn their bodies, and or else boil their bastard to a cullis and give it to his lecherous father to renew the sin of his back, or else boil the child in a cullis. Cullis means a strong broth made of meat. Alright, and give it to the lecherous father. Cardinal, I leave you. Ferdinand, nay, I have done. I am confident. Had I been damned in hell, I should have heard of this. It would have put me into cold sweat. In, I'll go sleep till I know who leaps my sister. I'll not stir that noon. I'll find scorpions to string my whips and fix her in a general eclipse. So here Ferdinand first of all wants to find out who is the culprit behind this lecherous act of her sister, and secondly, Ferdinand will not rest. He will be under the sting of scorpions till she has put her sister to death. Okay, that is, put her in general eclipse. Here ends, so Act 2, Scene 5, the whole of Act 2. Okay, so thank you.